On today's episode of the Jamaican cooking journey, I'm going to be sharing with you a sweet plantain cake. Yes, sweet plantain cake. But before I move on with the video, today's post notification, thanks to my patrons that have been making my page possible. If you would like to be a member of my Patreon family, in the description of this and all my other videos, there will be a link. Let's get on to the video. A sweet plantain, or in Jamaica we mainly say ripe plantain. You want to get yourself a ripe plantain. This is soft. You see that? Yeah. The more ripe it becomes, the softer it becomes. You want to get it really soft. Yeah. So I've already washed it and I'm going to be peeling it. Just one core to anywhere. Right there. Yeah. You see it? It's soft. Yeah, you want to have your plantain like that. There are some little strips here that we normally get on them. So sometimes when they are extra ripe, it's hard to find. But if you look along like certain intervals, you'll find it. You see that? Try to get those off because they don't really mix out or blend out or cook out that easily. They don't. They really don't. So you want to remove these. You see them? Yes. And I always, even when I'm doing plantain, fry or ripe plantain, I always show you that. What I want to do, I want to chop it real fine. You know, can chop it again. The finer, the better, because we're going to mix this cake in our blender. Sweet plantains chopped and in. We're going to be using 3 eggs, but I'm going to be beating them out. Eggs in. I'm putting all the wet ingredients first. I'm going to be using about half of a cup of freshly squeezed coconut milk. You can use the canned one if you want to. I'll be putting in here my vanilla, probably about a tablespoon and a half. That's totally up to you. Yeah. The plantain is very sweet. I'm going to be putting in about a tablespoon and a quarter of light brown sugar, but that's quite optional. Also this, a little white overproof rum or your rum of choice, it's going to be optional. I'll be putting in about a tablespoon or about a shot, you know, of that. I put everything there. I'm coming here to my blender and I'm going to be mixing this on my blender real well. This is the wet ingredient. Smells so nice. So now that I've incorporated all my wet ingredients, I have here my dry ingredients. My oven is being preheated. You heard that sound? 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably 185 or something like that, 180 Celsius. I have here my all-purpose flour. My salt is here. My baking powder. My cinnamon powder. My freshly grated nutmeg. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be sifting them all in this bowl. Right? I know you know it, how to sift everything. So you just gently, we're chopping some extra hair inside this here. Okay? I'm just going to spin it around a bit. What you can do, you can taste if you want a little extra salt in this dry mixture. You can taste. Yes. So you mix around. This is good. And I'm going to be adding, just like I would cut and fold, I'm going to be adding about a third of this in my blender. My blender has a mix mode. So I'm going to go back again and I'm going to start mixing once. After a third of the mixture in, this is what it looks like. I'm going to go now. Put in 2/3, put in 3/3, and when you see me next, we will be ready to pour out this cake in our cake tin and we are going to be baking. It's as easy as that. So what you might want to do is stop and then scrape around just like you would do with if you're using your mixer or something. So I have here a 8x8 square or an 18 square baking tin that has been greased and lined, and all I'm going to be doing is just be pouring out my mixture inside here. You heard my oven preheated in the prior clip. Sweet plantain cake could never be easier. Look inside my blender, shoot them up inside the blender cover. This is what it looks like. You have got enough space for rising and all of that. This is what it looks like. Baking egg cake, a sweet plantain cake, could not be easier. Gonna put it right now in the oven here, right in the center, right there and there. This is not the center though, it should be in the center, but let's work. Should be on that rack, but let's go. 45 minutes to an hour. I'll catch you then. So our little cake, as it came out of the oven, unfortunately we did not get to show you that part. We did not get to record that part. So these are the holes. Is where I tested it, you know. So ripe plantain cake, you know, it's gonna be a little weighty. So we had a little cracks, but as it cooled down, you realize that they closed up somewhat. So shaking it out right now. I'm gonna be turning it, and our liners are still in there. So this is what it looks like on the bottom, and I'm gonna invert it. And then, you know, the proof of anything that we cook, we bake or whatever is in the eating. Okay. Ends right here. It's a square, so I'm gonna keep it square. I'm gonna cut it in some squares. I'm gonna take out one. I'm gonna show you what our cake looks like. Ripe plantain cake. I like the end of anything that I bake, so I'm gonna take a piece of the end. I'm gonna show you. You could add some raisins to this. Pretty warm, not that sweet because I didn't add a lot of sugar. I'm saying pretty warm. You could add some raisins. You see it has that like a banana cake bread looking, yeah. So you could add raisins, you could add more sugar if you want. I did not add a lot of sugar because I don't want it sweet, because the plantain is sweet and I just add a small amount of brown sugar. So this is what it looks like. So I hope you did enjoy. I hope you'll try, let me know. And you can bake it in any container, round, square, heart, whatever. But this is just it came right up to me and I wanted to do it. The first time I've been doing this. Maybe if I should do it again, I'll put little twist and stuff to it. Ripe plantain cake in your blender. Thanks for watching, thanks for loving, thanks for supporting. Leave me a comment below. Tell me if you ever made this before. If you have ever made it, tell me. And if you want to try it. And if you find that you can put a twist to it, let me know. Thank you so much in the comments below.